Hi Leo, this is going to be your ex-partner reading for October 2018. I've already laid out your cards. This will be the row for you and this is for your ex-partner. We've got a card in the middle to act as a central issue, and we're going to take a look at the card at the bottom of the deck. So Leo, the card that you've got at the centre, we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. Now for me, when I see the Nine of Pentacles, it makes me think that either one of you, or indeed both of you, may very well be, focusing on yourselves in this month of October. Or maybe that's been the case recently. The Nine of Pentacles, it is about, doing well on your own, okay, and being successful on your own, and anything that you've achieved so far, you've done it off of your own merit, your own back. But also the Nine of Pentacles, again for me, can be a card sometimes about creating an environment, a life, if you like, that's gonna bring you happiness, okay? So, as I said, this card could be there for both of you or indeed for one of you. Now, the card you've got at the top, Leo, you've got the Queen of Wands. And you are the fire energy. So, I'm taking this to be you, okay? Standing in your own energy this month. Fiery, yes. Passionate, yes. Independent. Standing on your own 2 feet. Taking care of yourself, your own needs, okay? I'm not picking up the other aspects of the Queen of Wands, that is so determined to, when she wants something, she doesn't stop at anything to get it. I'm not picking that up. I'm picking it up that it's more about you being independent this month and standing on your own 2 feet. And, not gender specific here, okay? So that will apply to the male viewers as well. Now, on your ex-partner's side, we do have the Page of Swords. So, page is messages. And this page comes in, with communication. The only downside sometimes to the Page of Swords is there is the need to ask more questions. There is the need to find the truth, delve a little bit further, because quite often what is being said may not be, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So if communication is coming in this month from your ex, then, as I said, there may well be the need for you to ask more questions. Also with the Page of Swords, it can be that spying card whereby your ex may be trying to get to the truth, trying to find out what you're up to, what's going on in your life, especially if there's been no communication at all. So maybe looking at you on social media. Sometimes it can be referred to as that spying card. Now, in terms of what you're both thinking or feeling or actions to be taken, you, Leo, have got the World. Now, the World card is about the ending of a chapter of our lives in order for a brand new chapter to start. It may be, again, for some of you, Leo, that for you, the door to this relationship is closed. And for some of you, maybe you've moved. Maybe, you are moving, overseas at a distance. Maybe, it doesn't even have to be that far away. But it could be that you have moved and, you're further away from your ex. But the World generally talks about a chapter of our lives is now coming to a close. Now, this may be something that you're wanting to happen. but it may be something that you know is needed. It may be that in this month of October, you start to come to this realization that this chapter with your ex is now got to stop, got to close. On their side, they have the Seven of Cups. Now, Seven of Cups can be a card of choices and options. For some of you that may apply, okay, but the other aspect with the Seven of Cups is about fantasies, illusions, dealing with the facts. And, you know, it makes me question if communication is coming through from your ex, is it going to be that there is most definitely this need to ask more questions, like I said with that Page of Swords? Because there could be an element of fantasy here, an element of illusions, you know, not the whole truth coming through. So you need to be careful. Now, moving down, you've got the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is that blah moment, that blah feeling, sorry. You know, he's already had 3 cups offered. And another 4th cup is being offered, which, you know, if we look at the card, the cup is much, much bigger than the other 3. But he's very uninterested. You know, I think that, you know, whether it's a case of that your ex has already approached you in the recent past, or whether some form of offer or communication may come through this month, I really don't think it's going to live up to your expectations. I think it's a case, I kind of get this feeling as though, you know, I've heard it all before. You know, you've made these promises in the past and, you know, they've never come to fruition. It's kind of like it's all talk and no action. And for you, with the world being there, you've finally come to the end of the road where, you know, maybe in the past they managed to sway you round, sweet talk you round. But I think in this month, you're not going to have any of that. Now, the next card we've got is the Nine of Cups. So this card, you know, is often referred to as wish fulfillment. The thing with the Nine of Cups is we often have to be careful what we do wish for, because sometimes when we get what we think we want, we then realize we didn't want it after all. So you have to be careful with the Nine of Cups. But it may be here purely to represent that when you were both together, maybe that's how you viewed the relationship, you know. Maybe for some of you as well, it may have felt in the early days as though, you know, this relationship is too good to be true. And, you know, as it turned out, that's obviously been the case. But it may just be here again because you're looking for wish fulfillment. And this person is not fulfilling that. Now, the next card we got is the Page of Cups. And alongside that, I'm going to skip ahead, you've got the Page of Wands. So you've got 3 out of 4 pages here. Page of Cups, you know, again, pages are messages coming through, okay? Either from you to your ex or your ex to you. The Cups deals with our feelings, our emotions, love. The Wands deals with our passions. You know, as I said, I just feel that, and again, please remember, it is a general reading. It will not apply to everybody. Not every Leo is going to hear from their ex-partner. And for some of you, it may be vice versa, where it's you reaching out to your ex. But, you know, with the 3 pages here, communication is going to come through this month. But whatever's being said, I don't think you want to accept it. I think for you, you're doing quite well on your own at the moment. And I don't think it's a chapter or a door that you want to reopen. Now, on your ex's side, they've got the King of Swords. Look, maybe for some of you, you're dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but it doesn't have to be. But the King of Swords is very much about communication. He's very logical in his approach. You know, some people do say that when we're dealing with the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords, they can come across as sometimes being void of emotions. They could come across as being quite cold. But it's just that they make their decisions, as I said, very much with their logic rather than how they're feeling passionately about something or emotionally. So, but the King of Swords also, he wants to understand. You know, he's always looking to understand things. He wants clarity. He'll use that sword to speak his truth or, you know, to cut through to the truth. Next card, 5 of Swords. Thing with 5 of Swords is you're dealing with somebody, again, that, you know, they want to prove that they're right at whatever cost. You know, it's kind of like, the thing with the 5 of Swords is it's somebody, as I said, that thinks they're always in the right. And they want to win this argument. And the thing is, they'll win it at whatever cost. But what they don't realise is that each time they behave in this way, they're hurting the other individual. And in the end, the other individual gets to the point where they say, enough, I'm done with this. Now, I don't think the 5 of Swords is you towards your ex-partner. I feel it's more their energy. The next card we got is the Justice. Now, Justice, you know, looking for justice. You know, as I said, to me, they're all... It's just, I just feel as though you're dealing with somebody here, as I said, who is very argumentative and wants to win an argument at whatever cost. The Justice card is about having justice, but provided that they have acted in a fair and just way themselves. It's about making sure those scales are balanced, bringing problems to the surface in order to resolve them. But I think you're dealing with somebody here that quite often those scales can definitely be out of balance. The last card they got is the 8 of Pentacles. Now this, you know, is a card of putting hard work and effort and time into something, working on something. But the thing is this a case of them working on this and trying to resolve problems that you and them have faced? Is this putting hard work and effort into proving that they were right, in them seeking justice? Because I don't pick up a good vibe from their side, if I'm being honest. And I think for you, you reach the point where you think, you know, as I said, I've heard this all before. It's almost like the blame game, that if anyone's going to be blamed here, they'll always be the one that will blame you for everything. Now, the card at the bottom of the deck, it is the Lovers. And the Lovers deals with choice. A choice as to whether you want to be in this relationship. You know, the Lovers can be the card about commitment, how committed you are to each other and this relationship. You know, Leo, for some of you, it could go the other way, whereby, you know, maybe you will decide to reach out to your ex, or if they reach out to you, maybe you will accept, you know, an apology or whatever heartfelt messages are coming through. But with that Five of Swords being there, you know, and that Page of Swords, I don't know, I just get a bad vibe from their side. And I think, as I said, that they may be able to talk the talk, but I think if you go back, you're going back to a relationship. You're going back to a person who ultimately is not going to change. Okay, Leo, that is your reading. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye.